Beneath you. Yes, I've been waiting for them all to dispatch each other so I could take charge with no trouble at all.
That's what Ultimea promises with the Skywave X70, a 7.1.4 Dolby Atmos soundbar that claims to turn your living room into a full cinema. Basically, it is a plug-and-play wireless surround sound system that packs tons of features like 10-inch subwoofer, up-firing surround speakers, and wide connectivity options. I've had this soundbar running in my living room for some weeks now, and what I found genuinely surprised me. Stick around, because the sound test later in this video is where things get interesting. First things first, the complete audio system comes in a huge and heavy box around 28 kilos of gear. What I liked about unboxing the X70 is how thoughtful the packaging is. Everything is organized in sections, every component has its place, and it pulls out in a logical order. Starting from the top, you get a dedicated accessories box, and this is where Ultimea nailed the first impression. Inside this box you'll find a quick start guide and wall mounting guide, clearly illustrated, which makes the setup and getting started with the soundbar genuinely easy. In the box, you also get an HDMI cable, an optical cable, a power adapter for the soundbar, 2 power adapters for the wireless surround speakers, a full wall mount kit with 6 brackets, wall anchors, and 12 screws, a power cable for the subwoofer, and a premium remote control, which I'll talk about in detail later. The design is modern and sleek, and buttons are cleanly laid out for effortless operations. And one thing worth pointing out, the packaging is so thoughtful that every item has its own defined section inside this box. Cables, remote, power adapters, wall mount kit, all molded into place. So if you're not wall mounting or you're not using the optical cable, you can just leave those parts in the box and everything stays organized and safe. Along with the accessories box on top, you get also the 2 wireless rear surround speakers. And these aren't your typical tiny satellite speakers. They've got the same matte black finish with Ultimea logo on front and rose gold accent ring on the top. So the complete audio system follows the same design. Flipping it around and you'll notice a couple of smart design choices. On the back, there's a mounting hole for wall mounting or mounting on a stand, and a small pair button in case you ever need to manually resync it with the soundbar. And the DC power port is on the bottom, not the back, which means when you wall mount it or set it on a stand, the power cable routes straight down and hides out of sight, or no cable sticking out the back ruining the clean look. Each one packs a side-firing driver and an up-firing driver on top, which is exactly how you get that proper 360-degree surround plus the height channels. Underneath, you get the soundbar itself, and here's the cool part. It actually ships in 3 separate modular pieces, and placed in the center is the main bracket that houses all the brain of this system. Design again feels premium. Refined metal grille across the front, matte black finish, and overall build is great. Right at the top, you've got capacitive touch control buttons built right into the surface. From the left, you got power, input switching, Bluetooth pairing, volume down and up. So if you ever lose the remote, you still have full control of the system right on the bar itself. Now let's flip it around, because at the back of this center section is where all your connections live. There are 5 ports in total: HDMI to TV with EARC, HDMI in, optical input, USB port for media playback, and DC power input. Alright, taking out the left and right brackets from the box. These are basically the extensions with more drivers on the front and up-firing drivers. They extend the bar to its full length and house the rest of the speaker array. Connecting them is honestly the most satisfying part of this unboxing. You line up the left section with the center, slot it in, give it a twist, and you hear this clean mechanical click as the bayonet-style locking mechanism engages. Same thing on the right side. Line it up, twist it, and lock. And just like that, 3 pieces become one. Fully assembled, you're looking at about 43 inches of soundbar. You genuinely never guess it wasn't a single unit. And inside this thing, you've got 10 drivers working together, 6 2.25-inch horizontal drivers handling the front, center, and side firing channels, 2 2.25-inch up-firing drivers on top for the Dolby Atmos height effect, 2 1-inch tweeters using advanced fluid technology to keep the highs clean even at high volume. And finally, the star of the show, the massive 10-inch wireless subwoofer. Now normally pulling a subwoofer this size out of a box is a 2-person job and a bit of a fight. But Ultimea actually built cardboard handles right into the inner packaging so you can just grip and lift. It's one of those small design choices that tells you the company thought about the overall user experience. Now looking at the design of this subwoofer, it's a statement piece. The cabinet is wood crafted, not plastic, finished in a deep matte black with a subtle wood grain texture. On the side, you've got that signature rose gold accent ring circling the driver port. which ties it visually to the rest of the system, and a nice Ultimea logo at the center. Around the back, it's quite simple. Just a power input and a pairing indicator. It connects to the soundbar wirelessly over dual 5 GHz transmission, so you can place it anywhere in the room. Now Ultimea calls the tech inside this Gravus ultra-linear bass technology. As you know how most subwoofers sound great at low volume, but the moment you turn up the volume, the bass gets muddy and boomy. That's because the cone inside starts to wobble as it moves faster. Gravus is designed to stop that from happening. The cone moves cleanly and stays in control, even when you turn it all the way up. So instead of loud messy bass, you get bass that's deep, tight and punchy. You feel it, but you don't lose the details. Alright, time to bring it all into the living room and see how painless this setup really is. Starting with the wireless surround speakers. Now, these can sit on a shelf, mount to a wall, or in my case, placed on a pair of speaker stands behind the couch for a proper surround experience. These speaker stands are from a brand called Gear, and I bought them from Amazon, which comes with multiple ways to fix the speakers, and I'm going to use the back screw threads to fix, and they are even height adjustable with space inside to route the wires. I'll put the link in the description if you are interested in checking them out. I've placed them just behind the seating position, about ear level when seated, angled slightly inward toward the couch. This is the sweet spot for proper surround imaging. You want the side-firing drivers hitting your ears directly, and the up-firing drivers have a clear shot at the ceiling to bounce those Atmos height effects back down at you. Next, the subwoofer. It goes right next to the TV cabinet off to one side. Because this sub is fully wireless, I have total freedom on placement. No speaker wire dictating where it has to go. You'll want to give it some breathing space from walls and corners for the best bass response, but placement is otherwise really forgiving. And finally, the soundbar goes directly in front of the TV, centered on the cabinet. If you're wall mounting your TV, Ultimea includes the full bracket kit in the box, so you can mount the bar right below it for that clean floating look. For my setup, I only have the power cable plugged into the soundbar and one HDMI cable from the soundbar's EARC port to the back of the TV. That's the only cable that connects the whole system together, and the key specification here is 4K HDR Passthrough, so I can run my PS5 straight into the soundbar, out to the TV, and get full 4K HDR with zero picture loss. That's huge if you game or watch Blu-rays. As I turn on the soundbar, and subwoofer and surround sound speakers already powered on. Within seconds, everything is paired automatically. If, in case, it doesn't work and you see the pairing light blinks on the speakers and subwoofer, then simply hold the pair button for a few seconds and turn the soundbar in pair mode and then restart it. Now that the whole system's up and running, there's only one thing left to do. Turn it up, sit back, and let the X70 speak for itself.
What is that? Look like a missile.
My Autobot. Not alone. My Autobots can't repair me. Messenger of Earth. An alliance is a contract. And contracts, like humans, expire.
On this planet we have a saying. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I also have a say. I don't care. I warn you, Mr. Messenger of Earth. An alliance is a contract. And contracts, like humans, expire.
On this planet we have a saying. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I also have a say. I don't care.
Okay, that was genuinely impressive. Watching the movie scenes with the Skywave X70 felt like sitting in an actual movie theater. All of this is powered by Ultimea's NEURACORE neural processing, pushing 2000 MIPS of processing power and running 24-bit 192 kHz audio in real time. It can handle up to 17 channels of surround processing, way more than the 7.1.4 this system uses, which means there's massive headroom. Alright, let's talk about the controls. The remote has a clean layout like any other modern remotes out there. On the top row, you've got input switch, Bluetooth pairing and power, then volume, play, pause, and directional navigation. It has also equalizer and bass level buttons for adjusting the sound for different scenarios like cinema, music, voice, or nighttime. And this button here, ZupMix. What ZupMix does is take any non-Dolby content stereo like YouTube, regular cable TV, sports broadcasts, and upmixes it into full surround. And below that, dedicated upfiring level and surround level buttons. So you can dial in how much height effect you want or how present your rear speakers feel without opening a menu. And if you want even more control, that's where the Ultimea app comes in. Pairing is about as effortless as it gets. Open the app and the Skywave X70 shows up instantly. On the main screen you get power, volume control, input source switching, then you get into the equalizer. And this is where it really opens up. There are built-in preset sound profiles tuned for different content. Alongside the presets, you get dedicated sliders for the surround channels and the up-firing Atmos drivers. And for anyone who wants to go deeper, there's a full custom 10-band equalizer. This is where you can manually tune every frequency range, shape the sound exactly how you want it, and save your own custom profiles. What I like that there's even a style customization to tune it further. On top of all that, the app handles firmware updates over the air and lets you dim or completely turn off the front LED display on the soundbar. A nice touch for late-night viewing. So time for final verdict. The Skywave X70 is a premium soundbar with tons of features and theater-like surround sound. Would I recommend it? If you're coming from TV speakers or a basic 2.1 soundbar, this is a massive upgrade that will blow you away. If you're like me and you've been debating whether to finally ditch an old AV receiver setup, the X70 is the first soundbar I've tested that actually made me consider it. For the price, for the feature set, for the sheer lack of hassle, it's a really compelling package. If this video helped you, smash that like button, subscribe for more honest tech reviews, and drop a comment to say how your current home theater setup looks like. I rate everyone. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.